Sawadee Cup and welcome to another episode here for the Funk Pod and for Media Prof Reacts 2. And this time I'm reacting to, well, something that occupies all of us right now, more or less at least, in the news and social media. It's the UFOs. The UFOs are everywhere. Well, I don't know, if everywhere is the US and Canada, then they're everywhere. I think in Latin America too, right? I think South America? I think there was one somewhere. So if you're in the Americas, then UFOs are everywhere. Anywhere else in the world, we don't have UFOs, or we just don't see them just yet, or we don't shoot them down because we're scared of them. I don't know. So what's happening with those UFOs? While my microphone is telling me something's up. Okay, it works again. So what's happening with those UFOs is the question. Yeah, I don't know. Well, why am I talking about it? So, well, the question that really comes, or that I'm asking myself right now as someone who's like in media and teaching media stuff at the university is, why do they tell us right now? Why is it so big in the media? And why are they making a big deal out of it? Because there are different reasons why I ask. It's like, apparently, lots of those balloons or whatever they are have been there before. We never heard of it. Why do we hear about it now? There are, again, two angles. One angle that, like, I just heard on Rogan, for example, not that I believe it, I'm just putting it out there, is that they try to make Biden look strong. Like, look, he's taking down the spy balloons and whatever from China. But they're also taking out the things that are not balloons. The second one is, from my point of view, they always tell us stuff like this if they're trying to hide something else. They're like, hey, look there, and then they're just going to hit you with something else. So be prepared to be hit with something else, or not be hit, but be prepared for them being the government, passing something, doing something that we didn't expect. Like just trying to, I don't know, hide something in plain sight, so to speak, by distracting us. UFOs are a great distraction, right? Then I just saw on Instagram on Saga and Jetty's page, he reposted something from saying scoop. Apparently, one fighter jet shot a missile at one of those UFOs and missed it, and the missile disappeared, and he had to shoot a second missile and then took down whatever they took down. So A, interesting. Then, okay, what happened to the missile? B, why are they telling us? Yes, I don't trust any. Oh God, I sound like a conspiracy theorist already, right? But given the fact that they are so selective as what they are publishing in the media from a government point of view, always the question why are they telling us right now? My favorite example always when it comes to that was I'm from Germany. Back then in 2000, whenever was it 10 when we had the World Cup in Germany, the football World Cup. And everyone was like, yeah, World Cup. Everyone's in good mood. And they look at the Germans, they're really nice, they're funny, they can celebrate. We were the darlings of the world. And it was so welcoming to everyone. Everyone had a great time. We had those things that we call public viewing. And it's not what you in England think is a public viewing. It's those big screens everywhere, and beer gardens and on public places, and people just celebrating, sitting together. It was fantastic. Best time ever in Germany. Everyone was so nice, had a good time, just randomly celebrating, singing songs together. I was walking to university back then. I was studying, and I was walking to uni, and people were just celebrating in the city and just dancing and everything. It was amazing. While everyone was that happy and distracted with the football World Cup in Germany, and we almost made it to the final, and oh my God, it was so. While everyone was distracted there, they increased taxes and stuff like this, the German government. That's always happening, right? You're distracted with one thing, they're going to do something else. Now, there's nothing else to distract us with right now. Or at least maybe the broader American public. So they're let's put the UFOs back out there. Let's distract them with UFOs. We do something else. So now the question is, what do they want distract you from? If you're American, what's the goal here? What's happening? Are they gonna pass another weird bill? Are they gonna replace Joe Biden with his lizard doppelganger? I don't know. Oh God, it's gonna get demonetized on YouTube just because I said lizard doppelganger as a joke. YouTube algorithm, that was a joke. But the question remains, what is happening? I sound like Russell Brand a little bit now, right? don't believe them. Let's go. They want to destroy. But it's true. From a media point of view, it's as old as, like, I know, the media, you throw stuff out there, distract people while you're hiding something in plain sight, and you can say, we didn't hide it, it was there, you just didn't look at it. Like, you all agreed with it. That's how it's gonna be. So look for them, the government passing another weird bill, something. I saw Biden on Instagram saying that they're trying to pass a bill that will get rid of excessive concert fees. Which is great, because concerts are ridiculously expensive, but is that really the thing that the president should be focusing on? Yeah, so that's the same thing. So they're just trying to distract you from something else. And that's usually, like, right, one of those two things. Like, we talked about this on the podcast before, so I don't want to repeat myself all the time, but they're going to revert back into, like, this moral panic thing eventually. They're gonna be, and actually, like, Crystal Ball talked about this on Joe Rogan when her and Saga and Jetty were on Joe Rogan sometime last week. Check it out. Crystal Ball, Saga and Jetty on Joe Rogan. Crystal talked about the moral panics in the media, meaning, like, the media wants you to panic, wants you to take sides, wants you to be afraid of something, and if you're afraid of something, then you follow what the media is saying. If you're, like, afraid of all the Chinese spy balloons or of UFOs or whatever, you will follow what the government says, like, yeah, we need to protect ourselves from the UFOs, from the Chinese spy balloons, blah, blah. And then the public's like, yeah, shoot it down, Joe, shoot it down. And that's probably also what they're going to be reverting back to. Like, yeah, we are strong. We need to be protected from the Chinese spy balloons and whatnot. So I assume that's also part of the narrative that's going to be pushed forward from here on out. But again, especially if you're American, like, I'm curious to hear from everyone, but if you're American, what are your thoughts? I'm really curious to hear. Like, do you think that's a distraction? That's like a moral panic thing. They're trying to get you, like, all on the same page. It's like, yeah, Joe, take it down. Or is there something else? Or are they distracting us from whatever they have planned? And what would they have planned? What do you think? So I'm really curious to hear that. It's at funkitpod on socials, funkitpod@gmail.com if you want to reach out via email. It would be cool if you like, share, subscribe to this thing. If you rate the podcast, wherever you listen to it, because then more people will hear us. The algorithm likes it better, and we might get some more opinions on what's up there, what's out there. Someone asked Mulder and Scully. Because the truth is somewhere out there. Let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious. As always, do stay safe. Don't investigate, fly up there by yourself. Just stay safe, take care. And we'll talk soon about more UFOs, as Neil deGrasse Tyson call it IFOs, because we identified them after shooting it down. I'm also losing a little bit of respect for Neil deGrasse Tyson, by the way, but more on him maybe in a different episode. Until then, I'll see you soon. Sawadee Cup.